So if you check the timestamp, Eggman mentions that the creature will. Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna
it
watch
might
it.
back a little bit, but my fault.
Yeah, it's
Right here, it's 5:43.
okay.
Yeah, 5:43, 5:44.
Well, I already know this scan. I already know the scan by heart already. So I'm just gonna flat out and say this: that you
Okay.
do know that from the Sonic 06 draft, it's even stated that the cosmology of Sonic itself, that Sonic has infinite dimensions, and and it's even said inside the Sonic 06 draft, and I'm gonna post that in Hall of Debaters. So either way, if there's infinite dimensions, that's already proving itself that it's already above universal. So
Can you
because just for you to be multiversal, you have to destroy 1001 universes. So from blatantly from this, he's already above universal into multiversal. I'm gonna
that
post
does
the scans for that.
you post it?
Yeah, hang on, I'm getting them. There's that one, and I'm gonna get the other one.
Last battle in the infinite dimension, Solaris. Infinite dimension. Hmm.
Okay, now I'm gonna go to this other one. I'm just hang on a second. I gotta get the other one. Or so
All right.
I can get it. If I can download it. Okay. Copy. Crap.
This is the first time I did this scan.
Hang on. I'm trying to get the other. I'm trying to copy and paste the other one, but hang on. To where it's the official. I'm gonna give you like more context, so I'm gonna give you like the entire Sonic 06 draft.
Sure.
Come on, there we go. And there we go.
Sonic next.
And that's just the full context of it. Like there's more pages to it. So yeah, what do you have to counter?
Uh, so wait, in this draft, where does it state the infinite stuff?
It's ready. It's blatantly stated right there. Last battle in the infinite dimension. Blatantly stated right there.
That's the same link that's in the scan, like this.
Yes,
This.
yes, there is. This is just like a more wider. It's like a more broader. So so you don't think I'm making this up.
Okay. Well, all right. First and foremost, how do you know they're talking about dimensional planes instead of like multiverses or timelines?
How do I know?
Yeah.
It's blatantly stating dimensions, and then plus this is including even watching from Sonic 06. It's including all timelines itself,
Right.
and they're basically saying that these dimensions are infinite in size also. So blatantly right there, it's blatantly stated.
Okay. Um. Well, the problem with this is that this is. I know. I'm aware of Sonic Next. Sonic Next is actually, yeah, like you said, it's a draft. It didn't make it into the final cut, so we can't really consider this.
Okay. Okay. So why don't you want to consider it?
We can't consider it because it's just a draft. It's not actually meant in the. It's not actually in the final game. For
Well, can
instance,
you prove that's not in the final game?
well, it's not stated in any of the cutscenes. It's not shown in any of the guides afterwards. Sonic Next is referring to what they had in mind for the original script. but you can't have that there when it's not in the final product.
It's not.
For
Then
instance, for example, in Sonic CD, there was before there's a concept that Sonic was going to time travel by himself, like without like he just has the power without a speed, like he can just do it like that. But afterwards, they decided to make it so that he has to like run fast enough and then reach a time post. These types of things, they're like demo stuff. It's not the straps. It's not actually inside the final product, so we can't really
I
count
hope
this
I
like
did not hear that right, because I want to talk to you about that later.
what.
I disagree with that, but we talk about later after this debate.
well, even if it's not in the final draft, it's still there. It's still there verbatim, and this still goes along with it because either way, there's even more evidence to even suggest multiversal because you know how I'm gonna ask you this. You know how when Solar said that he was going to consume all timelines?
Right.
Okay, you do know that this includes. I hope I pronounced this right. Someone correct me. The Maju. What how do you pronounce it? The Maju world,
Imaginary war.
the imaginary world. This is also including the imaginary world, the imaginary world itself, which is a 2C structure itself. So either way, it's a low multiversal structure itself, and this is also when Solar says that he's can consume basically everything. This is also including this low multiversal structure.
Oh, like I know that Stars is multiversal. Like I'm not doubting that. I'm trying to say that like in terms of multiversal on a higher than 5 dimensional on a 5 dimensional scale or higher. That's what I'm trying to understand.
Well, verbatim. Well,
Um,
verbatim. You didn't even say you didn't even say infinite 4D, if anything. So then
but,
either way, I'm gonna get the scans for that too.
okay. So of course he's multiversal. Like he said, he was gonna consume all the timelines. Like that's already like a
Wait,
multi.
wait. So you were ready to agree with multiversal because you just said it right there.
Yeah, I definitely agree with multiversal. I'm talking about 5D.
You do know that multiversal is 5D.
Not necessarily. How is that 5D?
Yeah, are you talking? Remember, there's different layers into multiversal. You know that, right?
No, I'm not talking about like the versus battle scan. I'm talking about 5D as in above time and space.
Dude, okay. You do know 5D is multiversal.
Yes, 5D is
Hey, QI,
also.
just to correct to this, multiverse is 4D, 5D is like high multiverse level plus.
Yes, but either way, if it's five, I already proved already.
You're not allowed to intervene like infinite.
Because you're already agreeing to me already that he's multiversal.
Yes.
But that was what this whole debate was about. Multiversal.
Was pretty much
Even if it's
like I thought. Well, what I thought the debate was you saying that he's 5D as in like he's above time and space itself.
either way, if he's in consuming everything, which is time and space itself.
But there's no like direct evidence that he's higher than it. You know, like on a different dimensional plane. You can affect the dimensional plane, but it doesn't mean that you're higher than it.
Hang on, I'm gonna get because I actually got the scan for that. Yeah, hang on, real quick. Right, got that scan. Okay, so let me get that. Go over here. Oh crap.
So in case you guys don't know, while they're debating,
for Mahalo and for
I'm basically clowning on
and then right
Zastando
here
in the chat.
itself.
So, hold on.
No, that
Let
was
me
the
go
wrong one.
scroll up.
Here we go. Right here. Where it even
Okay.
says that he's mean to just destroy time itself.
Yeah, so I'm just roasting this man alive. It's funny as fuck.
Okay, well that's 4D, not 5D.
Oh
Well,
my
that's
god.
a claim right there. So can you
That's
prove
hilarious.
that's 4D?
Fucking
It's in the
god.
definition.
Dumbass.
4D is referring to time. I guess I can find a scan with that definition. I guess. Give me 1 second. Um, okay. Well, right now I'm gonna give you this link. It's from Wikipedia, but it's legit. I'm gonna say the quote. Let me type the quote over here. The whole concept of fourth dimension is basically saying that it's 3 dimensions of space and 1 at a time. That 1 at a time is meant to be the fourth dimension, and that's usually how it's presented in fiction as well. So if you have something like that, if you have the fourth dimension as time, if you're affecting the fourth dimension, that makes you fourth dimensional. Now, if you could go on in a dimension above it, that would make you fifth dimensional. But there's no evidence that Solaris can do that. Yes, he can eat time, but that just implies that he's affecting it. It doesn't mean that he's higher than it per se.
Okay. Okay. So I will say this: you do know that the whole Majuru world itself is a fourth dimension, right?
What do you mean?
You do know the. I'm saying, but do you agree with the Majuru world being a fourth dimension, which contains the fourth dimension? Because that's even stated. I'm gonna get you the scans for that, where it says in the Majuru world, imaginary world. I don't know why I keep a Majuru world, but in the imaginary world, where it's even stated that in that world itself, just the world itself, contains the fourth dimension itself.
I know what scan you're talking. I know what you're talking about.
But the thing is, Solaris is above this. Is even above this itself because he's consuming it. This will also include because it's even stated that Solaris would be destroying all timelines, consuming all existing timelines, including past, present, and future. And this will
Right.
logically include the whole imaginary world, which contains the fourth dimension itself, which has an immeasurable balance of dimensions.
But is there okay? Well, first of all, is there evidence that imaginary world contains the actual fourth dimension of time, or is it just a statement it's just the name of the space? Because I know it's called fourth dimensional space, but is there any evidence to prove that it's actually referring to time? It's not just a name.
Well, so what are you trying? Are you trying to call it a name fallacy then?
Yes, I'm trying to call it that because I'm saying that there's no real evidence to present it as time itself. I know it's called fourth dimensional space, but it's not it's not it's not implied to be referring to time in the game.
Let me get you the scans for that.
A similar situation to DC with Mr. Mixie Pick. They were talking about the
Oh
fifth
my
dimension,
fucking
the
god.
planes of
That's
imagination,
so
and whatnot.
retarded.
Yes, those are fifth dimensions, but they're not actual. They don't actually act like fifth dimensional planes of existence and whatnot. They're just names, but they are planes, but they don't act the same. But it's in the name, so it could be the same for Sonic's case, unless there's evidence to not suggest that.
Right. So now also yeah, because for the imaginary world, like even with the context of the fourth dimensional space, it still holds countless of worlds, and they're already implied to be universes itself, countless of worlds. And so we can say so it'll be safe to say that this fourth dimensional is literally a real one, because it's holding other worlds, other worlds meaning many other universes itself.
Do you have a scan for the fourth dimension? Because it's been a while since I've seen it. But
Oh yeah, I got you. Oh god dang my legs. Oh, hang on. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of stuff that's coming.
no problem.
Did you guys die?
It's a lot of scams coming through.
Oh, okay.
Shut it, simp.
Yeah, crap. There we go. Let me get the timestamp. Crap, my phone. Okay. Discord. And there we go. then that's my evidence right here. Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Groovy muted.
I can hear you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I can hear you, and I'm ready to debate your judgment. Probably gonna be the best judgment I'll do.
Did you say something?
Oh yeah, I already said well, that's all my evidence.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Yeah, so like basically that's my evidence right there. For basically the last one, for like basically the imaginary world, the world that assumes all the dreams of those the other dimensions, basically meaning, and it's even inside the opening of the Sonic Shuffle is basically each like Sonic, Amy, and the whole cast and whatnot. Each of them go to their own dimension.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, and then you can read through all these scans that physically backs up the statements of the 4D structure of the fourth dimension being in there. I'll let you look through all those.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now. Okay. So, right. So, essentially, imaginary world is the dimension that holds different pocket dimensions from people's dreams. Um. So, okay. The thing about this though is that it's stated in the scan that you showed me. It says this is the fourth dimension, the world Illumina dreamed of. So essentially, that means that the fourth dimension is the world that Illumina made so that it could hold those dimensions. That means that it's not actually referring to time.
I mean, it's still okay. So even though, hang on real quick. I gotta get my other scans. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this question: what makes you think that these dimensions don't hold time?
That these dimensions don't hold time.
Yeah.
Um. That's a good question. Yeah, that's actually a good question. Yeah, there's nothing to really suggest that it doesn't that themselves.
So basically, what you're telling me is it's basically you're going off your own headcanon to justify that there is no time in there because I don't have to really prove it because you made the claim yourself that there is no time. So unless you can't prove it, I'm just gonna have to dismiss your point because you made the claim.
Listen. That's not the point. I'm trying to say that the fourth dimension itself is not time itself. The dimensions can hold time, but I'm saying that like the actual fourth dimension, the world that you created is not like that. It's not time per se.
But you still made the claim, but you still have to prove it. That's the whole point.
I have to prove that the fourth dimension isn't time.
So basically what's going on right now is that basically fucking Zastando is like getting roasted to oblivion.
It acts as a world that holds.
Actually, you know what? Let me disconnect real quick. So I'm dead ass roasting this little bitch right now called Zastando. Headass, why is his name always so fucking long? Like he's some weird ass LARPer from like Sword Art Online on crack. Like holy fuck. Oh my fucking god. Anyway, so I just randomly joined the server. Next thing you know, I just see Zastando. And I'm like, oh, cool, right? And the next thing you know, I'm pulling up and I'm just roasting his ass alive. I fucking swear. Fun fact, this guy tried saying Robert's rules and Parley Pro, like, applies to, like, one-on-one debating. And I fucking wrecked his ass on it a long time ago. Instinct and Frisk was there. It was pretty funny, not gonna lie. But anyway, back to the shit fest.
Claim.
What's the claim?
What you just made.
No, that's not what I understand. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that there's no evidence. It's just that the fourth dimension is time, like for her universe. If for instance, if you say that that's the fourth dimension, that means that no, it's already established that imaginary world is a different world entirely from what Sonic's world is. It's not a different. It's not in the same universe as Sonic's world. It's a different dimension.
And you do know that Solaris was able. Solaris is basically destroying everything. This, you know, that this is included too, right?
Do you have evidence that this is included?
I just provided it, but I can show you again.
Okay, I see it.
No, I'm just gonna give the context again. I'm gonna give you the context. Okay, basically, Eggman's verbatimly saying that this is going to destroy all of time and consuming all of existing timelines.
Okay.
Okay, hang on, my computer just shut off. Come back on. Okay. Where was I? Okay, destroying all timelines and consuming all of existing timelines, and this is including past, present, and future. And this logically will include the imaginary world. This will logically include that.
Why would it logically include?
Because it's literally the fourth dimension itself. And here's the thing: why wouldn't it include it? Because if this is basically wiping out, if Lars is wiping out everything, why wouldn't this be included?
Right, he's wiping out all timelines. Okay, so all right, that makes sense that he's wiping out all timelines. But is there evidence that he's wiping out the fourth dimension itself? No, sorry, I misphrased that. I was trying to say, my fault, I misphrased that. I'm trying to say that, yes, he's wiping out all timelines. That's the 4D feat. But is there evidence that he can actually physically be on a dimensional plane above time? He can consume it, but it's just that he's above it.
Dude, this is literally including the imaginary world. I already proved that it is, and the judges, the ones that are judging this, can already have seen why I already proved of how this is really including this.
Okay, well, if it includes imaginary world, that's just another dimension. That's what I'm trying to say.
I already proved the size of this dimension already too.
But the point is that, like, how does that make him fifth dimension? It doesn't say that he's above it. He can destroy it. That doesn't make you above something.
So you're basically okay. I'm gonna give an analogy. So basically, let's say for an example, Goku for an example. If Goku destroys a universe, so it's not universal then.
That's universal.
Okay, okay then. If he's okay, Solaris is basically wiping out everything, including this. That's literally, I'm literally just saying right there. Is he's literally wiping out everything, including the imaginary world. This is literally included.
Okay, well, that would make him fourth dimensional because he's destroying it. He's affecting it.
I already proved the size of the imaginary world already. I already proved it.
Yeah, you proved that it was. You only said that it was 4D.
I didn't say it was 4D.
So you're saying it's 50.
I didn't say that. That's a. Why are you strawmanning me? That's a strawman fallacy. That's a strawman fallacy.
The point that I'm trying to make is that.
No, you still strawman me.
Okay, listen. The point I'm trying to make is Solaris can destroy all timelines. Time itself is fourth dimensional.
Yes, I has wrecked this man a whole long time.
But can Solaris actually be
fucking
above
God.
time and space?
Yeah, I'm just clowning on this boy right now.
Oh my.
Can I please can conclusion, please?
Okay.
I have to go to bed early.
I know you have school.
Not school. I have to go somewhere. It's literally Friday. What are you talking about?
So I guess I'm gonna have to prove it again. Because I literally showed where it says he's swallowing timelines and destroying the very meaning of time itself.
If you destroy it, that doesn't make you fifth dimensional. That's not what I'm trying to say.
I already proved the size, and I already proved everything that is already included with this. I'm gonna post this final scans, and we're gonna go to conclusions and let the judges decide, because this is going on in circles. Because I already proved everything I needed to prove.
He's getting pissed.
Listen, what you proved to me is that Solaris can destroy time. If you destroy time, that doesn't make you fifth dimensional. If you destroy time, that's still on a fourth dimensional scale because you're affecting it. Do you have proof that you can actually be on a higher plane of existence from time?
If he's literally swallowing time itself, he's above time. He's literally wiping out time itself.
Yes, you can affect it. You can destroy it. That doesn't make you above it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's some hillbilly logic, but. We're gonna go on to conclusions because Infinite has to go to bed. Okay, say your conclusion.
Oh, my conclusion?
Yes.
All right. So for my conclusion, I do believe that Solaris is multiversal. I agree with that fully. Now he can destroy time itself. That's true. He can destroy time, but that just means that if you affect time in any way, that'll make you 4D. And destroying is just one part of affecting time. So when you destroy time, that would still make you 4D. Now, if you were somehow above that plane of existence, that would make you 5D. But it's not stated anywhere that Solaris is above time and space. It's stated that he can affect it, but it's not stated that he's above it. So that's why I think that Solaris is still 4D.
Okay, now for my conclusion. Now for my first point that I mentioned with the whole infinite dimensions, I already proved that really wasn't quite really he really quite didn't touched upon it being debunked or anything. He really didn't debunk it. He just blatantly used headcanon to justify that it's a draft, so it couldn't be used. So now for my second point, I already proved with the whole imaginary world in the fourth dimension being inside of the imaginary world itself. I already proved that, and I already proved the size of the whole imaginary world, and I already proved of how Solaris is basically above all this, and that's my conclusions. And then judges, you can judge.
Jesus fucking Christ on a cheese on stick bread. Okay, so I guess we're going by point. Man, I got fucking confused the whole time. I really know the 2B scaling imaginary world. Man, imagine like first of all, 4D is like time and space, not just time. What are you on about? And if you like fucking transcend like 4D, like then your arm to be like 5D. And then it's funny because like you brought up imaginary world, saying 4D is. I forgot what you said. Like it's obviously it will be a 4D structure, but My worst judgment. And so what we're trying to argue about the imaginary war, like not being like it has holding like time on the 4D scale. Forget it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nothing. I'm gonna scroll back because he did post the article. Funny thing, Ti did said about Imaginary War being 2C, but when he posted his power levels, it says 2B. I don't know what's that about, but
My mistake.
yeah, it's fine. Pretty much, it will be low multiversal, and if you like, pretty much Solaris transcend like these timelines going to fucking consume it. That would be 5D. So right off the bat, he did prove the 4D. No, I think 5D. Yeah, he proved 5D would be basically transcending and going to fucked up timelines. Also, dimension as well. Dimension universe can be interpreted the same way in the Sonic verse. Even though Kioi sort of argued better to his claims. Also, funny enough, about the draft, there's also statements from Eggman saying there's like infinite timelines. Some surprise, Kioi didn't brought it up. Mind explaining why? Also, Kioi couldn't argue like since he's fought like 2-3 super hedgehogs, which powered by the 7 chaos symbol, which has the infinite multiplier. Yes, infinite power. There's consistent statement that will be like infinite 40, and if Sloss is above that'll be like 5D.
I can't believe I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot. I fucking forgot to prep you on that. Then this debate will be less than 10, 20 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Kioi, even though it's less. I could he could have done it better. I'm gonna give it to Kioi. So GG, good debate. Even though I kind of spoke out a little. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
That was a good debate.
No,
Well, my mouth is killing me. I can't really judge. I'm gonna say a couple things though. I hope y'all rematch because like you could have brought up how it's literally stated Solaris is a transcendent life form, bro. Like he transcends time and space.
I
like
forgot.
He's a super dimensional being.
I forgot.
Like literally. But that's fine. Whatever. No. Anyways, my mouth hurts. I'm gonna quit talking now. I have my teeth pulled today, so go or one tooth. Go ahead and talk.
Okay, so let's look at the elephant in the house. The only reason why
Wait,
anyone's
no.
even in here is because I'm roasting Zastando like a clown.
Wait, hold on.
Oh yeah, Groovy. Just to tell you this, that wasn't your time